Hello, everyone.
We are settled in Leavenworth, Washington, but we thought we would do an RV review up until this point. We'll include the Leavenworth in our second RV review down the line. But we're going to start with Oceana RV Resort.
Yeah, which was 1,000 Trails.
And we, when we originally purchased our RV, we were given a year free membership in 1,000 Trails, and it's a try to encourage you to join. Our experience has been less than wonderful at 1,000 Trails. The Oceana RV Resort, half of the resort was closed because a bridge was out, and they have different policies now in their 1,000 Trails.
It seems that most of the sites in 1,000 Trails are not full hookup, they're electric and water only, and that they're full hookup sites. You actually have to be on a waiting list after you get in there, and then it could be 3 or 4 days by the time you actually get your name on top of the list. So you probably end up on shorter trips not even getting full hookups. So you end up unhooking and go to the dump station, and that can be a little inconvenient. Also, it seems like 1,000 Trails are kind of letting their facilities kind of go as far as quality and keeping up on repairs, and overall I'm thinking that the quality of 1,000 Trails is kind of sliding down.
It's in talking to a lot of people that were camping there. Some have been members for a long time and have seen a change. Right now, one of the programs that 1,000 Trail has, which is of a benefit to those people who want a long-term place to stay, is that they now lease out for months a full hookup site to people. So there are actually people living in 1,000 Trails campground, either as their primary home or as a secondary home. But for the camper who just wants to travel around and stay for 3 or 4 days, you are not necessarily going to get that full 1,000 Trails experience that I remember from years ago. So that's where our feelings are about that. From 1,000 Trails.
Yeah, from 1,000 Trails, Oceana, which is near Ocean City, Washington. We went from there on up to visit some friends in Gig Harbor. And there's a very nice RV park in Gig Harbor, walkable to town, very clean, very nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't, the sweet thing about that was it wasn't on like a flat piece of land. It was actually tiered, so it gave a little different feel to your camping in the trees. And like G said, it was easily walkable to the town of Gig Harbor, which was absolutely charming. And there is a couple of quilt stores within a short distance from that RV resort. We loved visiting our friends there. We had a fabulous time. Unfortunately for us, it was only an overnight stay to be able to see friends, but now that we've experienced the Gig Harbor RV Resort, we're definitely going to go back and spend a longer period of time.
Yeah, Gig Harbor RV Resort, definitely a recommended place to go.
Yeah. So from Gig Harbor, we went to 2,000 Trails again.
Yeah, we went up and did some shopping on the way through Poulsbo, which you just saw in this video, and up and crossed the ferry and went to LeConner 1,000 Trails.
And that was a challenge because that 1,000 Trails actually has absolutely what I would call zero cell service. You are far outside of town, the town of LaConner, and I literally was told that there's only a few spots that you can get any kind of cell service in, and that you had to go out by the water. And as one lady who was passing by and saw me trying to get a connection on my phone so I could call Sylvia Pippin in LaConner and tell her I was coming, she says I had to stand on a picnic table. So
And that's just to get 2 bars.
That's just to get 2 bars. And when I think about the people our age who are retired and getting older, that you kind of want to have phone service. You know, if you have an emergency or something, you want to have phone service. And so I really, and again, the spots that potentially had a view of the water or had maybe a bar of cell service were occupied mostly by people who had leased the spots, and their names were on the camping spots. So that was and it was far out of town. What we've noticed is that the Thousand Trails are not located where you can easily use your bike or walk to enjoy the area. So we only lasted one night.
Yeah, so she went out for the day with a girlfriend, and I got a call on the phone for me to, pack up and immediately take the RV to the marina, and that there was a few wonderful sights there, so I did. And so just outside of the town of LaConner, in the marina RV park, you got a real nice site.
It is a first come, first serve, and it's a full hookup. And it's right there in the marina. We rode our bikes into town, 2 or 3 times, and it was easy to see everything in LaConner and enjoy that town and area without having to unhook our RV and drive around, because we are not towing a car, we're just using our bikes. So we kind of want to be in a close proximity to things that we could enjoy. And the town of LaConner was charming also. Very
charming, historic buildings, nice food, friendly people.
Yeah, we sat out on the decks and had a meal, and Sandy and I went to the Calico Cupboard. I went there twice, actually. Once with Sandy and once with G, because the food was so good. So, and LaConner has a fabulous quilt museum. And unfortunately, their quilt shop closed there, and I'm going to encourage you, if you want to keep your quilt shops healthy and running, you have got to support them. I know that sometimes you can't pass up the online. I'm there with you, but really it's kind of like our small bookstores. We need to support those small businesses, because a community like LaConner that has this fabulous quilt museum definitely should be having a quilt shop. But we had a great time there.
Yeah, so I think that takes us up to date to where we are. The next video you'll see in the town of Leavenworth, Washington, another fabulous town. And the KOA here is just fabulous too. And we'll give you another report and video on that in a little bit.
See you later.